Hey everyone, this is GameGuy682, and I'm going to review Mario Kart 64 for the Nintendo 64 and the Wii Virtual Console. Now, this game is a great party racing game. You got four options. You got one player, two player, three player, four player. Three and four player, you can only do versus and battles. One player, you could do Grand Prix and time trials. Uh, and two players can do Grand Prix, battle, and versus. Now, you can always edit all the options. You can check all your data on the screen, like the game select screen, which is good. And pretty much what you do is you have four different types. You got 50cc, like for racing, you got 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and extra. And you got a whole bunch of courses with four cups on each, four tracks on each, and it really has an awesome value. And especially since you have four players, you can have four people on one system playing with each other. Like, well, not that, like, you know what I mean. Like playing multiplayer against the people they're like who are playing with them on any track that you choose, as long as you have it unlocked, which I'm pretty sure you normally do, unless of course you haven't played the cups. But other than that, I shall get to the graphics. Okay, the tracks look nice in 3D. I'm hard to say though. The characters look kind of just 2D, like pictures that move, and yeah, they don't really look like they're made for the N64. They look like they can be used on, like, I don't know, the NES, like the Super Nintendo. Like it can be just it's all it is. Looks like it's just a picture with nice tracks that are 3D, but they don't look like 3D characters. Now, the downside I found about this game is that when you're racing in Grand Prix, um, you can't. Yes, you can't get any lower than fourth place. You do, you're done. You can retry the track though, which is always nice, and try to get a higher mark. But yeah, you also got items to help you win. Now, most people don't even use the items. Well, okay, maybe I should say all people use items, but it's really fun. Like, that's the whole point of Mario Kart. Also, another thing is sometimes to get used to is don't move the joystick, like the analog stick, back and forth, or you're gonna skid out of control, and that's bad because you don't want to wipe out. Now, there is a way to prevent this from happening and save yourself, but that's pretty much it. But there's 8 people on a track, and there's 8 characters, so you always have one per character, which is a really nice type going. That most some racing games I know that only use, like, okay, maybe most all racing games use 8 players, unless of course it's a certain type of race, in which case it'll probably use more than 8 people, or you'll have like 4. There's lots of power ups, so yeah. And the battle mode is actually pretty fun when you're playing with more people. Obviously, too bad you can. I forget. I haven't played in a while, but I don't know if you can actually have computers on battle mode. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can't, and you can only battle with the amount of people you're on, which will explain why you can only do two-player battle. Um, this game has a lot of replay value because even if there is more new Mario Karts out there, it's really fun to play some tracks. Of course, I would have to recommend, unless you want to have a huge party, do not buy this. Like, do not get this game. Or if you really just want to have fun and like Mario Kart, get this game then. But if you're gonna pick a Mario Kart game, I would say pick one of the newer ones, Mario Kart DS or Mario Kart Wii. Well, seeing as I'm playing on a Wii and the Wii one has more features, I would say Mario Kart Wii. But that's the only complaint I really have about this game. Now, there's no story to really talk about. And now I should talk about the controls. Okay, I'm using the classic controller, and I'm actually finding a pretty good. Like, it's pretty easy for me to actually beat it, and that's awesome. Meaning, I can go and just battle. Now, when you win a cup, if you're in the first, second, or third, you'll what was I gonna say? You'll get a cup, either bronze, gold, or silver. Of course, I got all mine gold, by the way, just in case you want to know. And if you beat them all, like beat every track, I'm pretty sure with gold you get a different title screen, which you should see at the beginning. There's lots of shortcuts that you might actually find that are pretty obvious, and there are actually some shortcuts that shouldn't be there, but there's people find a way to do these shortcuts. For example, on Rainbow Road, you can actually jump off the edge and you can land like halfway through the track if you're good enough. Speaking of jumping, you can hop in this game, and you can power slide, which is really good for if you want to win. Now, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this game costs, I should say now, 1,000 Wii points, or should I say, $10, which is actually a pretty good deal considering Mario Kart 64 is an amazing game to play. But it's if you had a choice, if you really had no money for Mario Kart game, honestly get this game. Oh yeah, another thing about the gameplay I should mention. You have laps, 3 laps, and yeah, time trial is pretty basic. Of course, you can't save because this is a virtual console and you can't save because you need game pack. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't really know anything else to say. So I'm gonna talk about some of the battle items, cause I like spending time on videos. Um, each battle item usually does something different, and you usually get bananas. I don't know why, but bananas are shells at the beginning, like when you're in first. Um, green shells just shoot straight, or you can shoot back. Red shells follow someone. Bananas you can lay down, or you can hold on to, but they'll make people slid out of control. There's a blue shell, which is good when you're in last place. It goes straight. It doesn't fly like in the newer Mario Kart games. It flies straight, like goes straight, and it will attack people in its way. Until it hits the first person. And mushrooms make you go faster, and the ghost steal items. Pretty self-explanatory. Overall, this game wins second place compared to all the other Mario Kart games, like Mario Kart Wii and everything. I give Mario Kart 64 an 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoy my review.